Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you my August TBR.
Take a look out the window. Spirit goes up as the rain falls down. I've been sailing on the wrong course, keeping it together like I did before. Think that I've said this a few times. Even with that, has it ever felt right? I swear that this has happened every moment. Can I just be honest? I was only wondering, and maybe we could take it to a different conversation. Things will get uncomfortable, but only if we make it. I just wanna say that, but you'd rather take it all back. Although you are sunlight, you stay in the shade. I'm dancing in a corner just to get a space, 'cause I wanna believe that. I get lost, you go with your day. Slowly get closer, but you're moving away. I know it's just a recap, but I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back. Maybe it's time to get home. Think that it's going a little too far, even after all the white noise. Oh, I still wanted to restart. Give all you're taking my time. It feels like I'm patiently waiting in line. So can we ever have another moment? Can you just be honest? I was only wondering if maybe we can take it to a different conversation. Things will get uncomfortable, but only if we make it. I just wanna say that. Still, you'd rather take it all back. Although you are sunlight, you stay in the shade. I'm dancing in a corner just to get a space, 'cause I wanna believe that. Oh, I get lost, you go with your day. Slowly getting closer, but you're moving away. I know it's just a recap, but I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back. Bring it back, bring it back, 'cause I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back. Bring it back, bring it back. Oh, I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back. Bring it back, bring it back, 'cause I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back. Bring it back, bring it back. For you are sunlight, you stay in the shade. I'm dancing in a corner just to get space, 'cause I wanna believe that. Ooh, I get lost, you go with your day. Slowly getting closer, but you're moving away. I know it's just a recap, but I'm sure you'll never see that. Rather take it all back.
I couldn't see with how close I was. It's not hard to find if your grip is loose enough. How lucky to be by your side, to feel your stare. Sick as a dog, I run my hands through your hair. Oh, my heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before. She says she's running on time. Darling, aren't we all? I think you could show me something that I won't need to resolve. So twist my words until you can find a way to make them work for you. Your windshield drawings start to fade. Oh, my heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before. I wanted you to see Viso at night, where once a year the rain obscures the sight. I kiss the water from your mouth, toiling with the thought of perfect, and how nothing ever stays the same. My heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before.
Don't sit and tell me I'm pretty while you sip Jameson. Don't make me wanna stick around until the party ends. You've got a bad reputation, so what? I'm into it. I'm into it. You look like I'm gonna have another drink. You look like you know, but don't say anything. That I try to stay away, avoiding all the pain. But you look like I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You look like I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. You look like I like it. Don't grab my hips like it's me you ain't gonna leave without. Don't look at me like that, make my whole world come melting down. You've got a bad reputation, so what? I like the sound. I like how you sound. You look like I'm gonna have another drink. You look like you know, but don't say anything. That I try to stay away, avoiding all the pain. But you look like I like it. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I like it. You look like I like it. probably take this too far, and you'll probably break my heart. But that's okay, 'cause when you kiss me, when you kiss me, you look like I'm gonna have another drink. You look like you know, but don't say anything, and I try to stay away, avoiding any pain. You look like I like it, yeah, I like it, oh, I like it. You look like I like it, I like it. So what? I like it, yeah, I like it. Pick up the pieces and they make a mess. The shirts and creases when we're in an iron dress. We're all on time to things, they're at least 15 late. That's just a couple things I've learned about boys these days. I've learned about boys these days. They like the freedom, but boys get lonely sometimes, and now we need them. Sometimes I've asked myself why, 'cause they're a pain and they don't think with their heads. Sometimes I wish I played the other team instead, but as much as we hate them through all the noise, gotta love them, boys will be boys, yeah, yeah. Boys will be boys, yeah, yeah. It's harder for them to see the other point of view. Yeah, we do things thoroughly, but shortcuts they'd rather do. And breaking up is easier for them somehow. They don't cry, ask why, they go out there okay. That's just another thing I've learned about boys these days. They like the freedom, but boys get lonely sometimes, and then we need them. Sometimes I've asked myself why, 'cause they're a pain and they don't think with their heads. Sometimes I wish I played the other team instead, but as much as we hate them through all the noise, gotta love them, boys will be boys, yeah.
So for this month, I'm going to give myself a goal to read 8 books. I did manage to read 7 books last month. 2 of them were very, very small, sure, but it's the last month where I'm not going to be working, and I'm not working at the hotel anymore, so I'm supposed to have more time. I do have a lot of business stuff to do, but still, I'm very hopeful. I do have a lot of big books also in my TBR, but we'll see how it goes, one day at a time. Without further ado, let's get into it. So as I always do, I participate in the Buzzwordathon every month, which is hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala, and every month there is a buzzword, and you just need to read as many books with that buzzword in the title of your book. And for the month of August, the buzzword is a body part. So for that book, I decided to pick up Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. I haven't read Babel yet, but I did get a Yellow Face because it was printed directly as a paperback, and it has this these amazing deckled edges. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to it. I've heard mixed opinions about it, but I'm still excited to pick it up. I do love R.F. Kuang's writing a lot. I know this is a very different book than her fantasy Poppy War trilogy. So if I'm not mistaken, this is following 2 friends that were studying literature, and one of them wrote a book and died before publishing it, and the other friend is getting that book published in her name instead of her friend's name, and something in that order, and it has a lot of racism in publishing issues in that as well. So I'm excited to pick it up. and we'll see how that goes. But this one is way shorter than her fantasy books, so it should be easier to get through than the pop horror. I'm also participating this month in the Orilium Readathon, and there was one prompt that I didn't manage to do, which was to disguise myself into the cover of a book. So my calling is an illusionist rogue, and I do not remember all of these things by heart. All right, so yeah, I did manage to do 2 out of 3 of the prompts last time. So anyways, I'm gonna continue on with that same calling, and this time there are some levels of the different classes there are. So let's see. All right, so for the illusionist rogue class, I need to get an O, which is ordinary, in shapeshifting, a D in art of illusion, and a O in psionics and divination. So shapeshifting, the O prompt is to read a book with vampires. For that book, I chose to go with The Beautiful by Renée Ahdieh. I've been putting this book on my TBRs for so long that I really need to get to it this time around. So this is set in the 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1872 in New Orleans, and it follows a young 17-year-old girl, and that's pretty much all I know about it. I don't want to know more. I know Princess really loves this trilogy. I don't think she's finished it though, but I know she really loves them, and I trust her opinion on it, so really excited to finally get to it. The O prompt for psionics and divination is to get a random tarot generator and read a book that has the same symbol on the cover or title. I was confused for that one because I did find, I didn't film it, I'm sorry, but I did find it online, a random generator, and I got the full card. I didn't understand the symbol, and I found it to be hard to find a book with a tarot symbol on it. So I just went with the actual name of the card, which is Fool. And for that book, I decided to pick up Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobbs. This is the first book I've ever read, I'm ever reading for Robin Hobbs. I just started it. I have been told though that this is not the first book I should be picking up of Robin Hobbs because all of her trilogies do connect to each other. Since I don't have the time to read 15 Robin Hobbs books, because if you don't know, those books are very, very, very thick, before getting to that one and actually getting that prompt fulfilled, I'm just going to read that one book and then go back into the right order of the books I'm supposed to read. So don't come for me in the comments, please. That's how it's gonna go. Thank you. So yeah, this is a high fantasy book. It follows Fitz, and he's a middle-aged man, and he used to be an assassin, if I understand it correctly, and he settled down, and he's a bastard, and he has to go on this journey from what I understand. That's all I know, and that's enough for me. I'm excited to get into it. I feel like it's going to be a very difficult book to explain. There is magic in there as well, which seems very interesting, with like bonding with animals and telepathy and stuff like that. So it sounds really interesting. So far I am enjoying it, but it is a very, very big book, and there's a lot of books in this world, so yeah, we'll see how much I'll get done through her books. I am supposed to get a D for Art of Illusion, and D is distinction. So to get a D, I need to do all of the other 2 letters, 2 other prompts. So O for Art of Illusion is read without touching the ground, which is very easy for me to do. So just sit on the couch or the bed. That's so easy to do. I'm not worried about that one. To get a Q, it is to read an audiobook. For that prompt, I just went through my Libby app, went through whatever was available at that moment from my library card. I'm not really in the mood for nonfiction. I only read nonfiction with audiobooks. I don't enjoy audiobooks for actual novels, but I did find Lion, which is the book from which the movie was based off. I did see the movie a while ago. I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see what the book has to offer. And it's under 10 hours, so it's not very long, and probably gonna take less time since I'm going to be reading it at 1.5 speed. So I'm really excited to get to it and see if there's more in this book than what was shown in the movies. But yeah, I decided to go with that one. And the D prompt for Art Evolution is to read a book without magic. And for that prompt, I'm going to be reading Hidden Figures. I know I started it, but it's been a while and I want to like restart it all over again. It is a nonfiction. I didn't find the audiobook for this book either on my Libby card. My library doesn't have the audiobook. It only has like the digital copy of it, but I already own my digital copy on my reader. So but nonetheless, I am going to start that all over again and read that book for that prompt. I should be able to achieve all of these 5 prompts. I'm not too worried, so it should be a good month for that. As always, I do have other books that I want to get to this month. So obviously I'm trying to finish all of my buzzword books that I didn't manage to finish during the month I was supposed to read them. So there's that. And I also have books that I started that I want to finish and move on and so forth. So here we go. The first one is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins, which I've been having on my TBR for a couple of months. I did start it. I'm continuing it. I'm now 72-ish pages. This is the prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy. I don't think I have to explain this more than I already have. I don't think this is going to be an amazing read. So far, it's a 3-star, maybe less. We'll see. The next book I'm going to pick up is A Psalm of Storm and Silence, which was with a weather word in the title, which was July's buzzword. I've been wanting to read this book for so long that I'm definitely going to be reading it this month. I haven't started it yet, but soon. And this is the second book of the A Song of Wraith and Ruins duology. I just reread A Song of Wraith and Ruin in July in order to get to this book anyway, so it's still very fresh in my memory, and I am excited to finally get a close on this duology. The next book I'm going to pick up is A Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. This is also a second book of the Six Crimson Cranes duology. I do want to have closure into this story. I've heard mixed things about this book, and it started off like really intense with the first chapter I think I read, but we'll see how it goes. First 2 chapters, but we'll see how it goes. Don't have much expectations to it. I just want some closure with the story. The next book I want to pick up is Wicked Like a Wildfire by Lana Popovich. And this is a book I've gotten on sale a very long time ago. I've seen it very briefly when I first started browsing BookTube, and it's not very recent. And it's about magical sisters, and they have to hide their powers or something like that. And it has a lot to do with nature and flowers and stuff like that. I just read the first 22 pages, 10 pages, 12 pages. First chapter, and I'm not enjoying it that much. It's very flowery writing, which I tend to enjoy, but this one is not making it for me right away. But maybe it will change. I mean, it's just 12 pages. It has time to change, and maybe it will be winning me over. We'll see. But so far, I'm not having the greatest expectations. I'm not in the mood to pick it up that much. But I do want to finally get it out of my TBR, and I do have the second book of the duology that I want to get to as well, just so I can finally have read them and move on. The next book I want to read is The Two Towers, which is the Lord of the Rings book number 2 by J.R.R. Tolkien. I don't think I need to explain this one either. I did read the first book earlier this year. I do want to get to the second book and the third one because I want to finish trilogies and series. This is one of my main goal for the year, and I just want to finish it. I do enjoy it, but I know I have to read it by little chunks because it's very tough to read. That's how I got through the first book, and since half of the year has already passed, I know I need to get to the second one if I want to finish it, finish the whole trilogy by the end of the year. So yeah, I'm gonna make some progress into that. I don't think I'm gonna finish this book, but at least if I can make some progress into it, I will be happy. I do really enjoy them. I enjoyed the first one very, very much, even if it was tough to get through. I really liked it, and I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy the second book as well. Next, I also want to make some progress into A Brief History of 7 Killings by Martin James. I started this one in February. I haven't made any progress since, but I do want to get to it. It is very tough to get through because of the violence, very, very heavy violence, and it's thick. And it's in Jamaican vernacular, which I'm not very familiar with, so it is taking me quite a time to get through it, and I do want to make some progress, but I'm definitely not going to finish this month. There's no way. I have way too many thick books this month on my TBR, but I am enjoying it for what it is so far. And that is it. That's enough. That's a lot for 1 month. I do have a lot of very thick books, very intense book, very hard books to get through, so I don't think I'm gonna put any more on here. I have more than 8 books on my TBR. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read more than 8 books on my TBR this month anyways. Even if I do have a lot more time, I am going to try to spend a lot of time on my business as well, so yeah, one day at a time. Let me know if you've read any of these books. What is your TBR like? Do you have these books on your own TBR? What did you think of them? If you've read them, I would love to know. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.